Next day, my brother said we had to play a trick on Horst because he hadn't given us our medicine yet. What kind of trick? I said. Just you wait and see, said my brother. Later on, as usual, we went down to see Horst. We went in and sat down, and my brother said, "Look, Horst, I'm really sorry, but Mum and Dad said we can't come to see you anymore." "Why's that?" said Horst. "Well, I told them that story you told us yesterday about Till escaping from being hanged, and my Mum and Dad were really cross about it." Horst looked worried. "They said we can't come and hear your stories anymore." Of course, I knew my brother was making all this up, but Horst didn't, and he looked really sad. I looked at my brother's face, and I could see that the corners of his mouth were twitching a little, as if he was going to laugh any minute. So the corners of my mouth started twitching as well. And then I just burst out laughing. And then when I started laughing, so did my brother. So Horst said, "What's so funny?" "I was only joking," said my brother. "I didn't really tell Mum and Dad that they didn't say we couldn't come anymore." "Oh, good," said Horst. And I think he was really quite glad that it wasn't true. He had looked quite sad for a moment. "Right," said Horst, rubbing his hands. "So, I'll tell you some more." Till was getting braver and braver. He thought now was the time to try out a few tricks on royal people, on kings, princes, counts and the like. So the next place he took himself to was Limburg to see Count Limburg. Everyone knew that Count Limburg was someone who liked to bet, and he always bet for money. "I bet you 200 gold pieces that my horse is faster than yours," he'd say. Or, "I bet you 100 gold pieces I can eat more than you." Then he would have a horse race or an eating competition, and whoever won would win the money. When Till heard about Count Limburg, he thought, "I could do very well for myself up against this fellow." So he travelled to Limburg and presented himself at court. The Count had heard of Till, and soon they were talking about Till's past adventures. Till told the Count how he was baptised 3 times in one day, and the Count told Till how he was born in the middle of a thunderstorm. "Of course," said Till. "Yes, that was how you got your birthmark." "What birthmark?" said the Count. "The birthmark on your back," said Till. "I haven't got a birthmark on my back," said the Count. "Oh, yes, you have," said Till. "It's just underneath your shoulder blade. You just don't want to admit it, do you? I tell you what, I bet you 10 pieces of silver you have a birthmark on your back just below your shoulder blade." The Count loved it. "Aha! Just what I like," he said. "A bet that I can't possibly lose. You've lost your money this time, Owlyglass. I'll prove to you straight away you're wrong." At that, right in the middle of the court, the Count took off his rich robes and showed Till his bare back. And he was right. There was no birthmark there at all. "Well," said Till, "you're right, and I'm wrong. You've beaten me, and here are your 10 pieces of silver. But I'll tell you something. Next time I see that servant of yours, I'll be having a bit of a row with him." "Why's that?" said the Count. "Because it was him who told me that you had that birthmark." The Count thought all this was really funny, and he stood there laughing at Till. "Ha, ha, ha, the great trickster, getting it wrong. Never mind, Owlyglass," he said. "Don't look so sad about it. I enjoyed the bet." And he threw Till a purse of money. In the evening, when it was time to go to bed, the Count, as usual, ordered his servant to come and help him take off his robes. And he asked the servant, "Tell me, why in heaven's name did you tell poor Owlyglass that nonsense about me having a birthmark on my back? I've a good mind to give you the sack for making up such silly stories about me." I'm terribly sorry, sir, but you must be mistaken," the servant said. "I never said anything of the kind to Owlyglass. It's him who's lying." "Then explain to me," said the Count, "how come Owlyglass was so sure I had this birthmark? He even bet me 10 pieces of silver that I had one." Of course, I don't suppose he thought I'd take the bet, but I did. And I proved that he was wrong. Proved? Said the servant. Proved? How do you mean, sir? Oh, quite simple, said the Count. Right there and then, in the middle of the court, took on my clothes and showed him. Oh, no, moaned the servant. You didn't, did you? Oh, the rogue! The cunning rascal! What's the problem? Said the Count. Only yesterday your Owlyglass boasted to me that he could get you to take off your clothes in the middle of the court. So? Said the Count. There's nothing to get upset about. I said you'd never take your clothes off in court, so he bet me 20 pieces of silver that you would. I've lost my bet. He lost 10 pieces of silver to you, but he's won 20 pieces off me. He's 10 pieces of silver richer. The Count realised that Till had outwitted him. So the next day he went to Till and paid the servants 20 pieces of silver. You fooled me once, Owlyglass, he said, but I'll beat you next time. All right, said Till, let's try it once. I'll make it easy for you. I'll admit that I'm the loser. If you can repeat after me 7 words without making a mistake. Oh, I'm not that stupid, said the Count. You think I can't say 7 words after you? Look, I'll bet you 50 pieces of gold I can repeat any 7 words you like. Right, said Till. We'll start right away. I give you, repeated the Count. My best cloak, said Till. My best cloak, said the Count. Wrong, said Till. Why? Said the Count. I said everything you said. Not every word, said Till. Never mind, I'll give you another chance. I am, said the Count. A great big fool, said Till. A great big fool, said the Count. Wrong, said Till. No, I'm not wrong, said the Count. I've said exactly what you said, even though you made me give away my best cloak and say I'm a fool. I said everything you said. You've lost the bet, not me. No, sir, said Till. You lost. On both occasions, you said 6 words after me, completely right, but my 7th word was wrong. If you had said wrong, you'd have won. The Count didn't know whether to kick himself or kick Till, but either way, he had to hand over the 50 pieces of gold. The next day, the Count noticed that Till was looking a bit upset. What's the matter, Owlyglass? He asked. Well, strange things are happening to me, sir, Till said. Well, like what? Said the Count. Well, said Till, I don't know what's wrong with me, but every time I go to the market, there's a woman there who does something really strange. The moment she sees me, she starts smashing up all the cups and bowls and plates that she's selling on her stall. I don't believe this one, the Count thought to himself, so he said, but that's all the poor woman's got in the world. Her cups and bowls and things. That's how she earns her money, selling them. So why would she smash them all up just because she sees you? Exactly, said Till. Why? That's what's worrying me. There's a trick here, thought the Count, but I can't figure out what. I bet you, he said out loud to Till, I bet you 50 pieces of gold that she doesn't smash up all her crockery the moment she sees you. Very well, said Till, let's go. So the Count and Till went off to the market. When they got there, they saw the lady. Sitting in front of her, bowls and plates and jugs and cups, and she was looking very proud. She was doing very well, selling them to the people who'd come into town. The Count and Till moved a bit nearer. The lady caught sight of Till and immediately turned round, picked up a hammer and started banging and crashing with the hammer until every single piece of crockery on her stall was smashed into little bits. Of course, the moment people started hearing the noise, they came rushing up to see what was going on. Soon there was a huge crowd watching the woman. The Count couldn't believe his eyes. Well, Owlyglass, you've won that bet as well, so here are your 50 pieces of gold, but I still don't understand why the woman does it. Is there something wrong with you or what? I can explain, sir. This morning, first thing, before you got up, I went to the market and said to the woman I'd give her enough money to pay for all her crockery and 10 pieces of gold on top of that if she promised to do one thing for me. Oh, yes, said the Count, beginning to understand. If she promised what? Well, the moment she saw me arrive at the market with you, sir, she should start smashing up her crockery. You've fooled me again, Owlyglass, said the Count. I've lost too much money betting with you.
Oh, I don't think so,
said Till. Well, I do, said the Count, and he turned round and marched back to his court. Till could see that the Count was no longer amused, so as soon as he could, he slipped quietly away from Limburg, just in case things got a little too hot for him there. Where's he going to next? I said. I think he's on his way to the famous city of Prague, said Horst. Who's he going to meet there? This time he's going to meet the cleverest people in the world, the great professors. Oh, he won't beat them, I said. He will, said my brother. Won't he? I said. Well, wait and see, said Horst. You always say that, I said. Don't be rude, said my brother. And off we went.